Thank you, man. A lot has changed since we have started, those conversations. I think you went and had a kid. Congratulations.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
But we'll touch on all of that here pretty soon. Let's get started with how soccer or football started for you. Can you tell me where that passion started from?
Amazing. I think as any other Brazilian, it started off very early for us. On early ages, we played futsal a lot back home, so that's where I came from. Played a lot of futsal back home. And of course, as many of other Brazilians, I did not make to the professional. I played some semi-professional back in Brazil, but never professionally. So it gets to a point where you got to make that decision. Are you going to try live off there, or are you going to go to the other roads, like study, for example? So I decided to go study and get a job and start off my life. And then...
What part of Brazil?
All the way south, Porto Alegre.
Porto Alegre, okay.
So... I got to a point where I wasn't happy. My wife wasn't happy as well. We had married at that point. And we decided, well, you know what? Let's look for a big change in our lives. And there comes America. And then that's how I ended up. I first came to junior college. So I played at Cloud County Community College for a year. And then...
Before you got there, you played, stopped playing, started working.
Correct.
And then found out that you needed to find soccer again.
Exactly. I'm just a lover of the game, and I just couldn't stay away of it.
Of course. I mean, this is me doing the same thing that you just said there. I always find it interesting, the process of finding a team, like scouting foreign players to get to the U.S. Everyone has a different story. But how did you start that process? Did you find recruiters? Did you have videos of yourself? Or?
Yes. So I had a few friends who played at college at that time, and one of them were at Cloud County Community College. So we started talking about it, and the coach was American, but he lived in Brazil for a long time at that point, so he speaks Portuguese really well. So that's why I decided to come, because I had zero English. So my first year at Cloud Community College was just learn the language and playing soccer, of course. And then after that, was when I moved to SCU and played there for a year as well.
Well, your English is pretty good, my friend.
I appreciate that, man. It's still a long way to work, but we work on it every day.
Nice. How was your first year in that community college?
Crazy.
What state was it in?
It's Kansas. It's a very, very small city called Concordia. It's about 2 hours and a half from Kansas City, or 2 hours and a half from Wichita as well. So it was crazy. I remember my first few classes, I had no idea what's going on. I couldn't understand a single word. So I dropped off all my classes and just took English classes for the first year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. And then
I would say it was the best thing I ever done, because if I would try to keep going with those classes, of course I would not make it. You know?
Definitely. I mean, it's hard enough for people that have spoken English their whole life to take college courses. Imagine coming plucked in from Brazil and trying to hit it like that. At any point, did you think maybe you didn't make the right decision, or did you feel like you were on the right track?
I never thought about, okay, let's forget all this and let's go back to Brazil. I think it's part of my position as goalkeepers. We always on that tough situation. So when those tough situation comes, you're just looking for solutions. Like, okay, that's the problem now. How can I find a solution? What is the best solution for it? And at that point, the best solution for me is just like, I got to learn English, and especially in the junior college where we had a bunch of Brazilians out there, I had to stay away of them, because of course if you stay with Brazilians, you're only going to be speaking Portuguese, and then the language is not going to work out. You're not going to learn a new language, So that was one of my toughest decisions. Say, okay, guys, I love you all, but I'm going to stay with more of the people who speak English, not necessarily Americans or England people, like British people or whatever. I was just like, I just want to speak English as much as I can,
Yeah, you seem, I guess, like the type that isn't afraid to get out of your comfort zone then.
I'm not.
That's crazy. And then you came by yourself, or did your significant other follow behind?
My wife came with me.
Oh, wow.
We married for about 10 years right now.
Oh, congrats. Let me give you one of these. Well deserved. Hold on.
I appreciate it.
It's not hard. It's not easy. Not easy.
Yeah. It's, one of my best decisions, again, get married. We got married very early. And we just now having our first kid, which is a blast, loving every single minute with it. But we have been planning it for a long time. And just enjoying this sport right now. It's a different phase of my life right now, and
Definitely.
it's amazing.
How, boy or girl?
It's a girl.
Girl.
Just turned 5 months.
5 months, man. I have a 9-month girl, and girls, I mean, you probably know if you're coaching, girls are different than boys.
Oh, completely.
But raising a girl is just different than raising a boy too. You know, that's your baby girl. You know, that's the girl and dad. You know, that's that deep connection. So there's nothing more beautiful than that.
Yeah, a fun story out there. We are so sure that there would be a boy that we didn't have a name for a girl.
No way.
And then when we did the gender reveal, I was like, oh, it's a girl. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, what do we do now?
Yeah.
You know?
What name did you end up going with?
Evelyn Grace.
Evelyn Grace. That's a
her
beautiful name. Beautiful name.
It was a hard task for us because we want a name that would be like, it sound well in English, but would also sound well in Portuguese. So we had to do a lot of research out there, and then we found a name that we really like it, and that's Evelyn.
Yeah, people don't realize how hard it is to make a name. Like, you think that it'd be easy. You get a lot of suggestions, and it seems like the more suggestions you get, the ones that you get suggested, you're just like, nah. Or I used to like that one, but then you told me about it. Yeah. And for my most recent daughter that was born, we didn't have a name until 2 days after she was born. We just didn't know what to pick. Nothing felt right, and then we just decided Antonella Leonor was an okay name. So
beautiful.
So yeah.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's the third one. So
there we go.
The first one is we're gonna figure this out. We don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna figure this out.
That's exactly what I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
Every day is a new learning, man.
Yeah, I mean, but I guess you get confidence in thinking about that. No one knows what they're doing when they become a parent the first time. Everyone is there. And then, you know, the second one, if there ever is one, comes around. And for me, I was just like, survive. You know, my son is 1.5. My daughter's new. And now the third one, I more or less kind of feel like a pro. You know what I mean? Oh, the baby's rubbing her eyes. She's sleepy. She's hungry. She needs to eat. So it's...
Yeah, you get that on the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember one question that a lot of people ask, like, are you ready? I've said, like, I'm a very transparent guy. I try to be as much as I can. And they would ask me, are you ready? I've said, no, I'm not. Can you ever get ready for it? Right. You know? But at the end of the day, it's not as hard as it sounds. You know? And again, it's a blessing. We're enjoying every single moment of it. And we are already planning the second one. So hopefully... soon we have new news.
We'll see. We'll see. God